What's up, my brothers and my sisters from another mister? So today we're going to do a comic book review of Haunt, issue number 2, where Kurt drags his brother Daniel into a world of murder and espionage. Brought to you by Rated Comics. Let's get to it. We begin this issue exactly where we left off in issue number 1. Haunt murders these men and he looks at his hands all bloodied. And Daniel tells Kurt, because they phase into one another, how am I doing this? How can I hear you in my head? What is this stuff? What is going on? And Kurt tells Daniel, look man, we don't have time for this, Daniel. I heard those men talking to someone in the earpiece. We got to go to his head. So when Haunt goes over to the decapitated head, he picks up the earpiece from within his ear. On the other end of the earpiece, you're like, what the hell's going on? Your orders were to bring her in alive. Talking about Kurt's wife, Amanda. And Kurt tells his brother Daniel, I can move us easier if you stop fighting me. Go limp. Don't fight this shit. Just let it happen. Go to the window, open it, and let me do my thing. And Daniel's like, I don't understand. What are we doing here? There's no time to explain, says Kurt. It's funny the inner turmoil that they face with one another, that they're battling with one another, but how to do because they're complete opposites. One's a former secret agent in espionage. The other one, he's a priest. And come on, father, you're a priest. So where's the faith at? Jokes aside, Haunt jumps out the window and Daniel just screams his butt off. And when Kurt lands, Kurt tells him, stop fighting it, just go limp. And then Daniel realizes, wait a minute, did we just jump out of a building? And Kurt's like, look, I do this kind of stuff all the time. I ain't got no time to explain. Those guys had to be nearby because their receivers don't. There we go. There's the van that they were communicating with. And the two men in the van are just waiting for the two assassins to come back so they can get on with it. So these two guys in the van are like, man, I swear if these two guys are banging, we got a mission to do. Hurry up. So one of Haunt's spikes from his fingers goes through this guy's back of the head, out through his mouth, and that is a cool shot right there. So the other henchman gets out, shoots him, and Daniel tells him, trust me man, that doesn't work. Even though they don't know it at the time, but if you watch the Haunt Origins Explained video, that's the ectoplasm fighting it off. And Kurt tells him, Daniel, why are you talking, man? So after Haunt does his thing, Daniel's like, what does it say about me that I'm already getting too used to this? We just killed 4 people already. And Kurt tells him, I've been telling you stories about this stuff that I've been doing this for years. Maybe you develop a stomach for it after hearing me all this time. Daniel's like, well, what do we do now? And Kurt tells him, well, what we do is we can't leave these bodies in the alley, throw them in the van, and we got to call the cleaner. And Daniel's like, wait a minute, you know people like that? Yeah, just call the number, say the address, this guy's a professional, it'll be easy. So in this panel right here, Daniel opens the door and it's the cleaner wearing all black John Wick style. Step aside, let's see what we got here. Says the cleaner, this ain't gonna be easy. You said there's more in the alleyway? Yeah, there was 2 more, but I stuffed them in the van so they'll be out of sight. But before he can finish his sentence, he puts him in a chokehold and asks him, how did you know to call me? Kurt Kilgore told me to call you. He's dead, you son of a bitch. But Kurt was my brother, says Daniel. And right away the cleaner gets all teary-eyed, obviously establishing that he has history with him too. So the cleaner tells Daniel he was my brother too. He hugs Daniel and Daniel tells him the situation. Look, Kurt's wife is sleeping in the bedroom. She took out these pills and she'll be out until the morning, so we only got a few hours to get this shit cleaned up. And this is weird coming from a cleaner who cleans up dead bodies on the regular. He's like, I'm sorry man, this is unusual for me. I'm a very emotional person. A teddy bear, an emotional teddy bear cleaning up dead bodies as an occupation, I find that humorous. So the cleaner tells him, look man, if you say we got a few hours, then I'll get this done in a few hours. You are in the hands of a professional. She'll never know I was here. So Amanda wakes up in the morning. Oh my God, what do you think you're still doing here? And Daniel's like, oh shit, well look man, I had a rough night. If you're bitching about my smoking, I'm sorry about that. And Amanda intends to bitch at him about his smoking, but she, turns a better emotional side and tells him, look, I didn't mean to snap at you like that. I really appreciate you spending the night here last night. It was very kind of you. And I would invite you to go out to breakfast or something, but I'm already late for work. So Daniel's like, no, it's okay. I got to go to church anyway. So, and you see them parting ways. So Kurt tells him, what are you doing? You can't leave her like this. She's in danger. You have to go watch her. They could be watching her. We have to keep her safe. Damn it, Daniel, get back over there. Do your job. Stop telling me what to do, says Daniel. And because he's talking to his dead brother, it makes him look like a completely insane person in the streets. So Kurt begs his brother Daniel to do the job, and Daniel's like, no, I can't. I'm sorry. This is crazy. I spent all night at her place. You know how much I hate her, and you know how much I hate you. And why would I ever do anything like that again after all the stuff we did last night and all the killing? Newsflash, I don't want to help you. I hate you, and I hate Amanda. You have no idea how hard it was for me to see her again, and not to mention the killing. Find someone else, says Daniel. And Kurt's like, but you're the only one that could see me. And Daniel has had enough. Leave me alone. And then this elderly lady goes up to him. Good morning, Father Kilgore. Are you okay? No, I'm fine. Just back away from me before Father Kilgore goes crazy on you too. Cray style. So he goes into the church and he has to go see the head father, Father Pearson. And before he opens his door, he tells him, Father Pearson, I know how you've been concerned with me spending nights away from the church. And when he opens his door to go into his office, he finds Father Pearson disemboweled, murdered in his office. And all he could do at this point is grab his cross. And this guy Cobra goes up behind Daniel Kilgore like Backstreet Boy status, like, tell me why ain't nothing but a disembowelment. No, he didn't say that. He just say, hey, tell me where you were last night, Father. Tell me more in your self-confession story. And I don't have a lot of time, so tell me everything you know. And Daniel's like, well, who are you? And Cobra tells him, don't worry, and just don't back away. There's no way for you to run. As he reaches for his cross, Haunt's ectoplasm kicks in. And Daniel's like, where'd you come from, Kurt? Well, you'd be glad to know that I never left you, and this guy will murder you. I don't even know if I can fight him off. Like it or not, brother, you're involved in this. Great, that's just great. Now here's the thing, his knives are laced with poison, so a few cuts from him will kill you in minutes. Let me take control, don't fight this shit, just let it happen. And if you tense up, it's only going to slow me down in this battle. So Haunt and Cobra go at it, and this guy Cobra clearly has quick reflexes and kicks Haunt in the stomach. And Kurt tells his brother again, what are you doing? Why are you tensing up like this? Leave me alone. And Daniel's response to Kurt is, I'm not fighting you. I'm letting you take control, Kurt. And even though Daniel's conversation is clearly with Kurt, Cobra thinks he's conversating with him. Yes, you are. And Daniel's like, I wasn't talking to you. What are you doing? And even though he's talking to Kurt once again, and Kurt tells him, just trust me, let me do my thing. Cobra's like, if you're talking to me, you know what I'm trying to do. I'm killing you. And Daniel's like, I wasn't talking to you, bro. And he kicks him in the face. So clearly it's clear at this point, Cobra is not going to answer to Daniel what's he doing here, despite Daniel asking what's he doing there. So Cobra takes out his gun, shoots Haunt, and tells him to back away, freak. Whatever information they think you have, you clearly do not have it. So it's not worth his life fighting for an empty cause. So he shoots him, leaves the room, and that's it. Disappears with the quickness. And Haunt's like, oh well. So it's kind of funny how 1 minute you go from a bloody panel in a room in a church, and another minute Daniel and Kurt is walking out in the streets. Daniel tells his brother, I can't handle this. I don't know what to do. Tell me what do I have to do to make this stop. Tell me what makes this all go away. And Kurt tells him, well, Amanda's at work. There's a lot of people around. She's probably safe for now. And I think I know where we should go for right now. Like it or not, you are stuck in this. So he takes him to this abandoned house from what it looks like. And Daniel's like, are you kidding me? What the hell did you bring me here? It smells horrible. And Kurt just tells him, go inside. So when they go inside, there's these dudes smoking, obviously medicated, if you will. But one thing is, look, man, I don't do drugs, but you got to notice the spawn bong. I don't do drugs, but I kind of do want a spawn bong now. I mean, do you want a spawn bong? I want a spawn bong. Okay, enough of the spawn bong. Anyway, so Kurt tells him, look, we have these people here. They're compensated because they think this house is an inheritance. We chose those two because we knew that they would stay so medicated and never notice all the people going in and out. So they don't care. This is a weird place, says Daniel. Well, just go to the master bedroom and go to the closet and don't ask any more questions. And Daniel sarcastically tells him, well, will one of these shirts make me invisible or something? There's a thumb on the scanner. Put your thumb on the clothes rack and see what happens. So before Daniel could put his thumb on the clothes rack, Kurt is able to use his ectoplasm to implant his own thumbprint on the thumb. And that came in handy. So once they're in the elevator, Kurt kind of braces him. This is one of the 8 separate entrances to HQ. This elevator is taking us about 8 stories underground. You're going to see a lot of things down there, but don't be startled. This is where I work, or worked. These people are my co-workers and they can help us. And when Daniel opens a door, we got these men with guns and this brother right here with, I don't know why this lady in the red dress just happens to appear. Maybe eye candy plot convenience or something, but perhaps he might have something to do with the story. So the brother, this Morgan Freeman, Lucius from Batman kind of brother, says, we have a lot of questions for you, Daniel Kilgore, so please don't make any sudden moves. And that is the end of this issue of Haunt, issue number 2. Obviously, I think this story picks up better than the first issue, and I am definitely digging it. Like I said, I am in all the way on this, and I hope it continues to build and has a solid ending to it all. But Hunt is definitely one of those characters to me. He reminds me of Batman mixed with a little bit of Spider-Man with them Spawn influence to it. But I dig it. It makes the character cool in my opinion. But link in description if you wish to add this comic book and or any of our other comic books or Rated Comics exclusives to your comic book collection. Support the art, support the industry. With all that being said, Haunt, issue number 2. If you like the content we're throwing up, you know what to do. Don't be shy, don't be stingy. Here at Rated Comics, we do awesome comic book reviews, comic book related content with the occasional comic book giveaway. Thank you again for watching. Until next time.